This is Mary from Correct Connect, and this is my 4-year-old Hanoverian named Kona, who's going to help demonstrate the 3-in-1 training breastplate by Correct Connect. So the 3-in-1 training breastplate is called that because it has 3 components to it. The first is the breastplate part that goes to the saddle and helps keep the saddle stabilized and keep it from slipping back. Next, we have the T-grips that are attached to the breastplate and help teach riders correct hand position, teach them that pulling back is not the answer to getting a correct connection, and in turn it helps horses learn about having a correct connection as well. Finally, we have the neck strap that attaches to the breastplate. It's great to use when you're trail riding, galloping, jumping, and you just want to have something else to grab onto to give you a little more security. So let's go ahead and attach and put this on the horse so you can see how it fits. Attach the snaps to the D-rings. And it might be a little bit snug when you attach it to your horse first because they're standing with their necks down. But when they pick up their necks, you can see that it actually is quite loose and you can fit about a fist underneath the breastplate. So when you get your breastplate out of the packaging, you're going to find that most of the time the T-grips are going to be attached to this ring. Now when you put it on your horse, you want to lift up the T-grips and make sure that they sit about 4 to 5 inches above the horse's neck, whether or not you've got an oversized or a cob size or a regular size. So if they're sitting too low when you pull up, you can move this, that could be down here, up to this next ring so that it fits properly. And again, you want it sitting up here so that there's plenty of room for you to move your hands, especially as you're getting started and learning how to use it. So now we're going to go ahead and head out to the mounting block in a few minutes. So I'm going to attach these over the horse's neck to walk out, and they'll be ready for me to undo when I'm ready to ride with it. After you've walked around for a little bit and warmed your horse up at the walk, it's time for you to go ahead and take your T-grips into your hands. So you can unclasp them from the top. You hold your reins like normal between your ring finger and your index finger, and then you take the toggles in your hands between your index finger and your middle finger. So you can still adjust your reins and you feel the T-grips nicely in your hand up a little bit higher in your knuckles. So you adjust them a bit and then walk around a little bit more and see if you can feel anything different. So you'll feel a little bit of pressure on the horse's neck, and it will help you gauge where your hands are. When you drop your hands like this, the pressure goes away. That is incorrect riding. You want to have your hands up here and then ride forward, and you see I can only pull back so much before I feel too much pressure on the horse's neck. So I keep my hands together above the horse's withers, and when I want him to get a little bit lower, I just lift a little bit, and I feel a little contact on his mouth and a little contact on his neck. So I lift, and he softens, and then I go forward. For riding horses that tend to lift their heads in upward transitions, because riders tend to want to pull back when the horse does that, and instead they balance a little bit more off of the horse's chest and not pull back, and the horse starts to trust the rider's contact more to go forward into the upward transition. So you can see that I can't pull back very far. And if you have ever heard of the analogy of a wheelbarrow and a shopping cart, it's similar to that feeling because you feel the horse starting to take you along into a forward connection. Good boy. you.